Alright, so review on my new bike, the Specialized Ruby. It is a women's specific geometry bike in 51 centimeter. Typically I ride a 52 in my Tarmac and Giant Propel and Giant Trinity. I sold my Specialized Sequoia and bought this one from a friend. So far the geometry is pretty good. The top tube, the effective top tube length is shorter from here to here is shorter, so the reach is shorter, causing a more upright angle in the upper torso, which is really good for geometry and comfort riding. So from what I've seen so far from the reviews, the head tube stack height is higher than the Roubaix, the men's version. So the 2017 Ruby is more of a endurance geometry. What else? The stem is only 90 millimeters, so I ordered a longer stem, a 120, because when I compared the numbers to my BG Fit of my Tarmac, I would need 30 millimeters extra to get the same length from the middle of the seat post to the middle of the bar clamp. So to get the same length, I would have to add 30 millimeters, which would be 120 millimeter stem. So I ordered the stem, S-Work stem in 120 millimeters. So far I rode this bike about 90 miles, and it is a super fun bike to ride. It really does soak up the bad roads with these Zerts dampers right here, as well as up here in the seat post, the cobble gobbler, as well as here in the fork. It does have a wheelbase that's longer for more stability. What else? What else can I say? Because I got a 1 centimeter smaller frame, I'm able to have more exposed seat post, which gives more flex, which adds to comfort. What else can I say? Originally, when I bought the bike, the seat post clamp, which is kind of proprietary, it's built into the frame here. I'll show some close-ups after I do my 80-mile review. The clamp was kind of frozen, so I had to have it upside down and sprayed some PV Blaster penetrating oil in the cage bolts while the bike was upside down for about a day and a half, and then that loosened up whatever was locking the seat post, along with hot water and a couple cans of soda. And so after hanging it upside down, everything had kind of loosened a little bit, but then everything was still locked out, and I have a video of how I unlock the seat post for this specific frame model, 2017 Specialized Ruby. I take back everything I said about Praxis cranks. I thought they were budget cranks, but after riding these Praxis Cold Forge Zyanti cranks, I gotta say the cranks are really good, really stiff. They pair well with the Ultegra long cage and 32 millimeter cassette with Ultegra Di2 that comes stock on the bike, 11 speed. The tires came with some really stiff armadillos, so I got rid of those and put on some my budget Ultra Sports, $20 a piece. These tires, it's kind of Continental's budget road tire, but it's definitely cushier than a gator skin or those flat protection type tire compounds. And I've been running it 85 psi. What else? I did double wrap my bar tape to make it more cushy. There's only a 135 millimeter drop in the bar, so that's the women's specific drop, and then the width is 40, which is 2 centimeters narrower than I typically use, but so far not too bad. Getting used to it. It's definitely more aero, being more narrower. What else? The Ultegra Di2. First time with Di2 on a road bike. It is a game changer for sure. I'm kind of disappointed I waited this long to get Di2 on a road bike, because I thought Ultegra R8000 was smooth, the mechanical version. Ultegra Di2 way smoother. It'll definitely ruin your life with shifting with other bikes in the future. Never tried SRAM E-Tap, but I bet that's awesome as well. I'm getting a matching silver bottle cage in the future for this one. It's already on order. Switched out the saddle to the power saddle in carbon shell, and gave back the women's specific saddle to my friend who I bought the bike from. It is in purple and green, and here are the close-ups. So far 80-mile review. I would give this bike, I would say it's like the Tarmac and the Sequoia slapped into one as far as comfort and compliance and stiffness and snappiness of being able to just rip the bike forward, whip it forward. It's like Tarmac and Sequoia slapped into one bike, and it's pretty darn light too. I think the frame is 2017 SL4. Here's the close-ups. So there we go. The Ultegra long cage, 1132 standard on the bike. Ultegra Di2 up front with the cold forged Praxis Works crank on there. I like the touch with the Praxis bolts, as well as the middle's hollow. so you could stick your finger in there. Of course, also comes with Praxis Works threaded bottom bracket, so no creaky business. It is a 51 women's. Comes with 105 brakes and heaps of tire clearance there. So I'm probably gonna throw a 28 millimeter in there. And rim brake. Honestly, rim brakes are really still a lot of fun. Heaps of clearance in the front, as you can see. Hopefully that picks up on the camera. Rim brake, and it comes with the Access Elites, so one up from the Access Sport. Not the heaviest or the lightest wheel set, but pretty darn good. And radial. Yep, single cross with the radial on the non-drive side. This is the Zianti M30 hollow forged, and the carbon Ultegra levers there, 40 centimeter bars, and the Ultegra Di2 under the stem, 90 millimeter stem. Gonna change that out to 120 and possibly drop it 2 spacers. We'll see. We will see how that goes. And the front is a compact crank. I would say this bike is maybe 16.5 pounds. Didn't really weigh it. I will post a weight in the future, or I'll edit this video. So this is the proprietary clamp that's built in, and I smeared copper, what do you call it, copper anti-corrosion paste all over the metal pieces in here, so it should never fuse together. And everything is internal routed cables. Really nice touch. Internally routed. Really stiff frame. And the Zertz does really good. I'm sure the Future Shock is also really good on the newer models. But I like the Cobble Gobbler post. I wish they kept it for the 2020, but they changed it out. Cobble Gobbler and the Zertz, I got 0 complaints. Rode on some bad roads today. Felt buttery smooth. Alright, well, that is the review of my 2017 Specialized Ruby women's geometry. But honestly, if you change out the geometry to your BG Fit or Guru Fit, women's geometry, men's geometry, it doesn't really matter as long as the bike fits you and you're comfortable on it and you have no biomechanical injuries, you're good to go. Endurance bikes, I would give it 2 thumbs up. I wish I got an endurance bike before getting a tarmac or a Propel, because those stiffer road race bikes for long fun rides, they really do take a toll on your body and you feel it the next day. This thing, nothing but smiles every mile. Honestly, endurance bike, pick one up, you will be smiling because roads are bad out there. Post your comments down below. What's your favorite bike to ride? Gravel, touring, road, arrow road, TT. Let me know. Post it down below. Alright, bye for now.